Hello and welcome back to Tomahawk Fab Works. I am still having starting issues with my 1999 Silverado 4.8 liter, and today we're going to check the ohms resistance in the fuel injectors. This is another symptom of not starting or inconsistent starting, or however you want to classify it. So done some research on the internet, and this is kind of how it's done. So what you do is you come up into your engine bay, and I know the sun is probably making a lot of shadows and stuff. You come to your fuel injector connections, and this particular type, if I can get the camera, you have this little tab right here. You pull back like so. Alright, you gently pull up. If I can get the camera again, there we go. Gently pull up on it and it'll pop out. This is what the clip looks like when it comes out. So I put that in a secure position. Pocket's a good place. And then there's a tab right here, if I can point to it. Right there. You push in on that, it might even click. And you gently pull up, and the plug comes out. And that's your electrical connection for your fuel injector. So now you look down in there. Wow, this sun is really hard to work with. Here we go. So that's a fuel injector connection. Those two little metal points you see, of course, is electrical connection. I'm going to take two probes from a multimeter, set it on ohms so you can get a reading. And I don't know the factory specs, but you get a reading from each one, and you're looking for a consistent number along your scan when you go to do this. Alright, see if I can get this somewhat so you can all see. And I am on, I don't know what cylinder number this is or anything. I'm on the passenger side, the frontmost cylinder that we're going to do first. Okay, I know it's sideways, but I gotta have it that way so I can make the connection. Ugh. Alright. Okay, there we go. So we got 13.6 ohms. That's the first one. I got the clip off the back, the next one behind it already. So we'll go right to that one. Take the plug off. Touch the connections. .5. That's only 1 point off, so that's okay. Okay. Let's try the third one back on the left-hand side, or the passenger side. Anyway, before I turn the camera on, it said 13.6. So we'll try the one in the back. This is harder than it looks, trust me. Oh man, now I'm in trouble. Now because there's liquid down in there. Well, that's the end of the video for today, folks. I got some real fucked up shit to do now. We're changing gears. While I was trying to get that last ohm reading, I broke something. If you can see right here, this is where the heater hoses go. So when they build this thing at the factory, they take something like this. Well, it's like this when it's on. It goes on like that, right? And so this part right here that you see that's gone right now has a connection on it. And that goes into the hose. Right? Just imagine like another plastic piece coming off of that, goes in the hose. They put a clamp on that, okay? And then if you look down in here, you can see all those fingers. They take that right there and push that on. There's a lip back there, if you can see it, on that aluminum hole, on that aluminum part right there. That's the heater core, and they snap that on, and boom, it's there. So I'm back here trying to get that ohms reading, and I lean on this heater hose too much, and I snap that flange right off. And so now I'm really dead in the water. So I'm like, now how am I gonna fix this? So I look and look and look, and I grab onto it, and this thing spins around. So I thought maybe it's screwed on somehow, right? So I spin it, and it's not doing shit. I'm like, all right, so it spins. That's a good thing. So I look at it closer, and it's all made out of plastic, and I'm like, all right, if I can cut that off, I can get to the aluminum, fitting there, and just put the hose on, and clamp it, and you're good. But how am I going to get this off? So I thought, okay, I can cut this off or whatever. But that was just going to take too long, even with a hacksaw blade. So this is what I did. I thought, okay, it's plastic. Plastic melts with heat. So I got a piece of metal in a vice grip, right? I found this in my scrap pile. It looks kind of like a knife. And I heat that tip up with a blowtorch, and I cut this furrow in there with it. Then I get in there with a screwdriver and spread that part and zap that right off. Now, the hose should go right on there. There's the holder. Yep. I can finagle that sucker back on there and put the clamp back on. I can finagle this back on here with a little grease and put the clamp back on, and she'll be good to go. Okay, I got it on. Well, this sun's just not cooperating today. When you look at it from my perspective, that looks, well, that's kind of easy. All I gotta do is shove that hose on there and squeeze that clamp. Now, it's not that easy, but I got it on there, and there's no like ring or there's no it's just smooth on there, and then one raised part is just behind that hose. And that's what I really want to get it over, but the hose ain't long enough. So now I'm gonna run it up to temperature. Ugh. And we're getting going with that now. So I lost a little fluid too, and I did a restart test. I'm gonna fill this up. So I'll get back to you and we'll see if it blows or it holds. Okay, we're up to temperature. We have been here for a little bit. Oh man. And the heater's operating, and I topped off the fluid, and I tested the hose. I gave it a good solid yank. It ain't moving, but I didn't put too much pressure on it. And when I pull it off, oh, the engine was running. That'd be really messy. So I think we're in good shape for now. Thank goodness. Man, the trouble I get myself into. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. That's it.